Hello everyone, welcome to Guitar Riffs and Career Shifts. My name is James Kabir. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We are going to check out today Squier Classic Vibe 60s Custom Telecaster with Laurel fingerboard color Sunburst. So today's plan is to test this guitar with clean tones and then some overdrive and finally with some high gain. The clean tone with the neck pickup. Now the middle pickup. Now finally the bridge pickup. For today's video, I'm using my PreSonus Audiobox i2 and Positive Grids Bias FX 2 for amp simulation. Overdrive tones starting with neck pickup. Now the middle pickup. And finally the bridge pickup. Out of the box, this guitar feels very good on the fretting hand and also the picking hand. It doesn't have any sharp edges. Again, I would like to share the complete price of this guitar. This guitar is listed for $650 before tax, and the final or full price, if you're planning to get this from Canada, would be somewhere in between $750. Great sounding clean tones and overdrive. Now it's time for us to check the high gain and see whether this guitar can produce heavy type of riffs. Okay, here we go, starting with the neck pickup. Now it's time for us to check the mid pickup. Let's check out the bridge pickup. I'm very impressed with this guitar and the quality sound that it's been producing. One thing I did test the other beginner guitar or beginner series of Squier, which sits around 70 or 89 Canadian dollar before taxes, but unfortunately those guitars were all sold out before I could get my hands in. I'm planning to bring those back as soon as they're available in my local store, which is Milner location. And by the way, a huge shout out to Andrew and Rick from the Milner location of Long and McQuaid for supporting all my inquiries and requests with finding instruments. What happened when I was looking for the other beginner series series of Squier guitars. This caught my eye right away because I remember back in 2009 when I was visiting Malaysia, one of my students, he told me whether I can help him get a similar model from Bentley Music. I was more than happy to support my student's request. It happened to be that the guitar was in stock. I'll try to post a picture of that instrument that I bought for my student so that you can also see. I will also share the link for this guitar. And whenever I was testing the other beginner Squier series, they didn't feel as heavy as this one. This is maybe because of the build quality or the wood that has been used in order to make this one. The neck shape is maple and C and tinted gloss urethane. The scale length on this fretboard is 25.5 inch. The fingerboard radius is Indian Laurel fingerboard. That is what we have here, and this is 9.5 inch. There is only 21 frets available on this particular item. The string nut is a bone nut, which I'm very impressed of because this produces stability to the tuning of this guitar or this instrument. The pickups are single coil, both the neck and bridge. They are Fender designed Alnico single coils. The controls is pretty simple. This is a 3-way switch, toggle switch. This guitar has a master and a tone volume. The hardware here on this guitar is nickel, which is again very easy to leave your fingerprints on. The tuning machine, vintage style. The one thing that grabbed my attention right away is the color of this instrument, which is I hope you can actually see this in person if you have the scope from wherever you are, just to see how beautiful the finish and the color is. This video is not sponsored by anyone and all the opinions are of my own. And for today's guitar lesson, it would be beginner hammer-on and pull-offs for the fretting hand, and this is how it goes. Exercise as this has helped me build on my hammer-ons and pull-offs, and we're aiming for something like this. Switch gears and talk about something super important. Today's career tip is all about mentorship and how it can help you gain practical knowledge over the industry that you're interested in pursuing. A mentor is someone who's already established in the industry, and they can give you advice that goes beyond what you learn in school or on your own. One thing I recommend is finding someone who either has a background similar to yours, like an alumni, or someone whose work really inspires you. Reach out and start asking questions about the industry. Be respectful of their time. So for career progression questions, these are some questions that you can look at. And to start with, what do you wish you knew before you took your first management role? The second question can be, what was a pivotal step you took that propelled you into a management role? Do you believe getting an MBA is necessary? Third question, was there ever a role you applied for and landed that you weren't 100% qualified for? How do you approach it to ensure you don't disappoint? Next question, how do I become a leader even if I'm not in a formal leadership position? Next question can be, what are some of the biggest mistakes you have made career-wise that I should avoid? Finally, when you have outgrown your role but want to remain within the company, how do you position it to the management without hurting the relationship? So these are some questions that has helped me gain practical knowledge. Quick wellness check, and I know for a fact that anything and everything around us can get quite overwhelming sometimes. So it is always suggested to, take a break when it's appropriate. Do things that, you like, which can be out of work, out of study, just to have that peace of mind, and it will boost your energy and also encourage you to, keep pushing on. Today's song of the day is song number 2 by Blur, which has been very inspirational for me and is also part of my job search playlist. Final thoughts. I think this instrument can be as versatile as possible, and this guitar or this piece of instrument will be able to help you deliver, amazing tones. One thing to keep in mind that this is not a budget-friendly guitar per se. If you're planning to buy or get this instrument, I highly recommend, if you have the option, to check out your local store before buying, because every instrument feels different. I really like the fret and how well this guitar plays. Also, I like how warm, vibrant, and rich sound this instrument can produce. Leave your comment and share your experience, whether it was positive or it was negative using this instrument. I have recommended this guitar to many of my students who were particularly interested in Telecaster shape. Great, so that's all for today, folks. If you felt that any of the information that I have shared within this video resonated with you, or if you liked any of my career tools, I would highly appreciate if you subscribe. Thank you very much. Take care, and I hope to see you on the next one.